Hello there, welcome back. I'm the Empty Gamer, and this is Darksiders the Warmastered edition. Now, if you recall correctly, last I was here, I had a nice little chat with Samael, after having to beat his jailer, who took a little bit more efforts than I intended. But he told me to head to the Twilight Cathedral, which is where, I think he said, Tiamat is lurking, which is all the way over there, because he gave me a nice little gliding capability, which was nice of him. Now, the thing is, I spotted a little vent down there. Missed it. I know there's something around here. I just can't remember exactly what it is. Can't get through there. But those little symbols there imply that Valgrim is around. So, let's see if I can find him. Nah, there he is. And I think that...
Samael has returned you in one piece. He must like you.
Perhaps.
On your journey, you may come into possession of certain items that are of particular interest to me. Artifacts of the Fallen Legion. If you discover any Legion artifacts, bring them to me. I will make it worth your while.
I know that I found at least one of them.
Old Volcom's got something new for you.
Ooh. Let's take that.
Something new for you.
So that's new weapon skills. That's items that I can get. These are both equipable aspects which change the things that happen as a result of your weaponry.
Let me know if I can help you.
Sorry, Valgrim, I don't have enough. Damn it, so close. I think I double jumped and deactivated my glide just a little bit too close.
What would you ask of this?
Just a little too far, rather. Nearly there, nearly there. Sorry, I know that I'm probably going to end up getting myself killed in the process of doing this, but... I know there's something around here. Knew it. There was a very good reason why I remembered this. And if memory serves, this is a piece of the best armor it's the only armor upgrade that you can actually get. It's the best one of the best pieces of gear that you can get for war in the game. And in my personal opinion, it is very, very effective. It's also really quite useful. Okay, so there's a scythe. Each time you use the weapon, it improves what you can get out of it. So this is where you get the enhancements for your weaponry, as I said. And here's where the artifacts that I can find are kept. However, because I have spent a bit of time getting myself hurt, I'm now not exactly in the best of conditions for this fight. So this ought to be entertaining. that worked. I do enjoy using the secondary weapons. They're quite useful, and I'll be perfectly honest, I really love the scythe. Partly because I've always liked the horseman just as a concept, but also because the scythe is pretty awesome looking. It is a very, very enjoyable weapon to use. And it's actually, for a weapon that you have to buy, and as a result low capacity by the time you get to it, it's actually not that poorly capability wise. Actually not that bad a weapon. There we go. And that is used to get across different gaps. Is there anything at all down there? No. But yeah, that little gateway on the wall is used for creating portals, which enable one to get to hidden items and chests that you would otherwise not be able to reach. I remember this location. It can be quite lucrative in terms of enemies to fight, as you can see here. And if you're really going for it, you can in fact spend a great deal of time just not on the ground with just continuously killing those things. Just grabbing them over and over and over again. But I think that might be a challenge in which I have to do that. I don't need to talk to Valgrim, because there's nothing he can do for me right now. I saw another enemy around here. I'm pretty sure I did. Well, even if I didn't, there's a zombie I can crush. Yeah, so this area can be very, very lucrative in terms of enemies, purely because there are a great many of people and bats and zombies all over the place. But there are a few enemies that are slightly more powerful than others. I mean, these ones are stronger than the average sword-wielding bastards, at least. But at the moment they don't take that much damage before I've taken them out. Namely because I'm accustomed to what they do. However, well, that wasn't quite as hard as I was expecting though. Having to manage my attention for several enemies was not one that I wanted to do. Multiple enemies in the same area at the same time is unpleasant. And you find it interesting that the male zombies get grabbed by the leg, but the female zombies get grabbed by the head. Well, that was fun. Is there anything in the area? Because there are a few downstairs bits. Ah, one very close to the Vulcan locations that I already found. Really should have looked further north on that one before I started roaming south. Oh well, you live and learn. Major advantage to there being so much water around. It's easy to tell when you're being followed. Though I still don't have enough souls to buy anything from Valgrim at the moment. I mean, different enemies are worth different amounts of souls, so... Is mine. Grab that. Which I can get for, I think it'll get me about 500 souls or so, but I'm not too worried about dropping that off right now. Valgrim can wait. Down you go. Like a good little fat man. And 0 down. Delightful. Ah, I think I know what comes here. But there's also a chest full of souls, so grab that first. And before I wake up this earthen gate, I think I'm going to call it tonight. Thank you very much for joining me. I have been the Empty Gamer. Please leave me a like, perhaps a comment, subscribe to the channel. It'd be an absolute pleasure if you did. Thank you very much.